Oh, what comes after 2, guys? Oh, yeah, shit, 1. Welcome to the G.N.A podcast, Games, Nerds, and Alcohol, where we find this little thing that they sell, a little thing of just straight chocolate chip cookie dough, and we mow out on it while we're ready to record a show. So good. Joined tonight by an eclectic crew, like normal. We got Zyber Blood joining us from Zyber Games and Zyber Art. Zyber, how you doing, man?
I don't think you mean eclectic. I think you mean eccentric. We are a very eccentric
Oh, that
group.
too.
I'm doing okay, I guess. Yeah,
Dude, I was watching you before the show, man.
okay.
You were kicking some paint and ass over there.
Yeah. I just wish I had more paints. I really wanted to jump into that unicorn, but I just didn't have the shimmeriness that I wanted. I need to get some pearl powders to mix into some white.
Oh, I'm sure you want to jump right into that unicorn.
Oh yeah. I want to milk that horn. I mean, paint that horn. I mean, paint that unicorn.
Love it. Damok's joining us. How you feeling, man?
I'm pretty sure I'm still alive, so that counts for something.
That is a positive. And potassium hydroxide, a.k.a. Koh. How are you feeling, man?
Doing pretty good, getting over a cold.
Ugh, icky. That's unpleasant.
It was very unpleasant.
Well, the most important segment of the show, what is everybody drinking? I'm actually going to go first because I am on call, and I even got the warning of, hey, you might be getting called later. So I am drinking this nice, crisp Sprite Zero. Yeah, Sprite Zero.
He's lying. It's a White Claw.
It's yeah, right. If it was a White Claw, I'd be much more hammered. Actually, to be perfectly honest, after the last show that we recorded, I'm taking it a little easy because I got really, really trashed because I was really, really nervous. Like, I got super trashed.
Can confirm.
Yeah, we had Ryan Holtkamp from Attic Door Productions on. He was they're making the 13th doll, and yeah, I was just so geeked out. I was so nervous. I probably drank half a bottle of rum before the show, and like 2 beers. And then I was like, all right, I'm just going to drink this one tall boy Dark Hollow throughout the show. Yeah, I didn't need the Dark Hollow. This is going to wait like 5 minutes. But anyways, Koh, what are you drinking tonight, man?
I got myself some dragon's milk and a monkey.
Nice. Yeah, I'm just going to start referring to dragon's milk as mother's milk for you because, man, you have that a lot. You dig that.
Well, okay, so it was like the only beer that I've liked that I could find so far in Fredericksburg, and until I went to Target to get the Golden Monkey, there was nothing. There's literally nothing.
All right, I got a question. Is that the one that you guys keep on referring to as the Milky Mud Butt?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Koh seems to be completely immune to it, but Damok and I, that's what we recall it.
All right. I'll
No
start
side
clear.
effects at all.
Yeah, but you also ate that Carolina Reaper jerky and didn't have nearly the effect that it had on everybody else.
Yeah.
Like
It's good jerky, though.
I could trace my entire intestinal tract, and you're like, it's not that bad, it's pretty good. And I'm going, I'm gonna die!
It had good flavor, though.
It did taste really good, and that's probably why I ate it so quick.
Yeah, there is no arguing. The flavor was absolutely fun.
Oh, yeah. What about you, Damok? What are you drinking, man?
I have some Elysian space dust, and I've just been polishing it off. I'm trying to drink a little light, because I gotta take more...
Oh, more muscle relaxers?
No, this one's like the 300 milligrams of... It's not Zantac, it's the kind... I don't know what the fuck it is.
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
I know what you're talking
Zantac.
about. What about you, Zyber? What are you drinking, man?
Well, I'm taking it easy. I have a glass, or I should say, a cup of Ardbeg.
Of what?
Ardbeg?
What? Oh, the scotch.
Yeah, the scotch.
Gotcha. Like
It's very, very nice, smoky, and pleasant. You get like very sharp notes every now and then of like seawater, caramel, clove, orange peel. It's very nice.
literally when you said that the first time, only thing that went through my mind was Ron Nagel talking about that one really bad kung fu movie and talking about the art of Joinbeck. Like, that's what went through my head. I'm like, what? You're drinking what?
Fair
now?
enough.
Dude, are you drinking that out of a coffee mug? Is that what you just held up?
No, it's the cup that came with the whiskey.
Well, hold it up, man. I want to see it again. It looked like a coffee mug. It is a fucking coffee mug. Okay.
I mean, it came with a whiskey, so you can't complain.
No,
Right.
I mean, it's got the logo on it. That's cool. It was like, the fuck? I mean, I've slugged some scotch through a coffee mug, and I wasn't very proud of myself for doing it, but I have.
Yeah, but the only reason you weren't proud of yourself is because you were at work.
Yeah.
Well, next segment, State of Games. State of Games is where we talk about what we've been playing for the past week, or we just pontificate about how games are today. Let's reverse that order. Zyber, what is your State of Games, man?
Well, my state of games lately have been, Pokemon Trading Card Online. I started playing it around the time that we got done with the last show to about now. Yeah. I'm not like, a guru, like someone that watches endless YouTube videos, but hey, I give it my all.
I know who you're talking about there.
Definitely not me. I just know that I got the most broken deck in the game.
Bullshit. Guaranteed you were watching a YouTube video on it.
No, I really don't care about the game that much. It's to have something in common with the 11-year-old, and we played a little place, and then Zyber said he wanted to play online, so I was like, fuck it. I got so many of these things because I've bought so many of the cards.
Oh, hold
so
on, let me screenshot that quick. All right,
they're already used, man. I used every single one. There it is. You can have at them, man. I've spent so much money on this game, but the kiddo is happy.
Tablet game. Thought you said,
I don't know.
show us your phone that you have it on, because I still want to see this on your phone.
Yeah, he's a liar about that.
I got to see this.
But I don't know what the guy is called. He's the little spiky dude, and if you get that set right now,
Load it up.
if you get that set, it's broken as hell. I don't know what it is. I can play online and just whoop everyone's ass. I play here at the house and whoop everyone.
All right. I believe you now. You got it on your phone. It's not meant for phones, though, dude. It even says it all over their stuff. It's like tablet is required. So however you got that on there, you did some janky way.
It's not janky at all. I just got the APK and installed it.
Yeah, so you manually installed it versus using the Google Store.
Right from their webpage. I mean, everybody that I talk to that plays this on their phone is like, yeah, it plays fine. No hang-ups or anything.
Yeah, janky way.
It just doesn't update. That's it.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's it. Nothing big. Just doesn't update. Anyways, you playing anything else, man? Or is that just like, that's your solid?
I've been doing a bit of the retro stuff on the Switch. Dragon Quest and, what was it? Gargoyle Quest, I think it's called. For the SNES. That's about it.
Very cool. What about you, Damok? What is your state of games there, boss?
Aside from whooping Zyber's ass at Pokemon Trading Card Online,
Mercilessly.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, that broken deck now, I don't know what it is. Like, I've honestly thought of guys, like, this starter deck, I don't have to change out any of the cards. It's broken. It's beaten everything on the board, and aside from playing Pokemon, I have picked up Frostpunk because they had a really good sale on it.
I love that game.
It's
so
fun.
hard.
It is very, very difficult, yes. Even on I'm just going to play endless mode and put the settings on easy just to kind of fuck around, figure things out. Pain in the ass. But it's been a long weekend and I haven't had my computer. I've been playing Fizz Brewery Management on my phone, and I am so ridiculous into that game. You run a brewery, you make your beers, you have to put your skill points in there, you make all the craft beers, you got to sell them, you got to make profit, and keep going to unlock new things. I haven't beaten the game yet, and I've got like the entire 3-day weekend that we had invested into the game.
Damn. That's awesome. What about you, Koh? What's your state of games there, man?
I'm back to playing Black Desert Online. Yep.
That's it? Just solid Black Desert?
I mean, I guess I downloaded Overwatch again. Playing some Overwatch with a bunch of buddies. And, yeah, that's it.
Whoa, you can't be playing Overwatch, dude. It's like boycott Blizzard time. Come on now.
I mean...
Fuck that.
I already paid for the game, so I'm not spending any money on the cash shop.
Oh, I just went and spent their shit to help support Blizzard. I'm very proud of them.
Oh, that's so wrong.
Yeah, you know what? One thing I got to notice, though, is that nobody in a couple of weeks has said anything about playing World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I got bored of it.
I actually got ripped out a little bit on saying that I'm going to continue playing Warcraft Classic because of all this nonsense with China and Hong Kong and whatnot.
Yeah, but you weren't even like last week, and I don't remember the week before. I don't know if you're on the show.
Yeah, my membership ran out, and I just haven't renewed it. It actually ran out last Wednesday.
All right.
So mine is still active, and it just renewed. I just haven't had a chance. I mean, the weekend was long. I've been a little sick. It's been a lot to do with the kids. Yeah, I still plan to play it. I'm still just taking my time and having a good time with it. But I still have it. I'm still paying for it. I will eventually get back to it, or I don't get back to it. I'll eventually cancel the sub.
No, I totally wasn't dissing the game at all. It was just something I noticed. I noticed last week that nobody really talked about it. And the week before, I don't remember anybody talking about it. And just now this week, nobody was talking about it. So I'm like, man, geez, that was a really short-lived kind of thing there if it's all of a sudden dead.
No, not for me at least. It was the last couple weeks. It's go to work my 8 hours, go home, bring my laptop home, log in, do more work because stuff just has to get done. And yeah, I've been super busy and really haven't had that much of a chance, and then getting sick, and I want to go back and play Warcraft, but I need
Nah, I took off the rose-tinted glasses. I'm done with it. I played it when it first came out, and going back to it, I'm like, oh, well, I know what to expect when I finally get to 60. You know, I know the rating, and I don't know if I'm just really willing to play it again.
That's fair enough. Well, my state of games has actually been pretty light. I haven't had all that much time. Last week was a super busy week with birthdays and special guests and all this other crap. So I haven't had all that much time. I think the only thing I've been playing is some Marvel Strike Force on my phone. I played a little bit something else, like gotta catch them all or gotta beat them all. Or
You played Hello Neighbor, didn't you?
I did play Hello Neighbor. I did. I was horribly drunk, though, so I don't remember any of it. But I played that Tuesday after the show, and I was horribly drunk. I also played a little bit of Graveyard Keeper, since I see that I've installed it again. I just don't remember doing such.
Did that game get an update recently? Because I think it did.
It did, and there's actually some paid DLC that's going to be coming out for it soon.
Fuck, I'm going to have to install the game again.
Yeah, it's actually... It's still fun, man. I mean, it's still a genuinely fun game, and I think it's so much fun because of the grind in it. And I love that grind.
You know, it was never not fun. It's always been great.
Yeah, and I fired it up and I loaded. I looked at all my stuff. I'm like, man, I am such a friggin' hoarder. I had all this crap I've never used, and I'm like, geez, I should be making stuff. I mean, I've got zombies doing all this work, and I'm making all this stuff, but I'm not using any of it. God damn, I suck at life. I'm just a hoarder. I'm just a digital hoarder. That's all I am.
You're a digital whore.
Well, that too. Yeah, that's accurate.
Sure.
But yeah, man, my state of games has just not been there. And I feel bad because there's a lot of games that I have that I really want to play. But, you know, I've been doing a lot of schoolwork too. I've been trying to crank through this. I got 2 classes this semester I got to crank through. And then I'll probably have about a 2-3 week hiatus where I'll just be able to kind of dick off for a while. And I'll probably use that time to dick off for a while at that. But I'm getting excited for Extra Life coming out. We're going to be doing that 24-hour stream again coming up the 2nd of November, I think. So we got a couple people signed up for it. Blue actually was spearheading the whole thing, but Blue unfortunately has got to now go do something, so he can't actually participate. So we're still looking for streamers who want to join in, hang out, play some games, make some money for the Miracle Network. So if you're interested, contact us. We're going to be doing the 24-hour stream. We got it chopped up. You can actually stream for however long you want, and then you just pick when you want to stream on the G.N.A, on the G.N.A actual feed itself. And we set you up for that time slot, and all you got to do is just stream. We hook it up and Canyon bounce you over, and that's about it. But I'm getting excited for that because I've started planning out games. I think I'm actually going to play for the 24 hours, for the entire 24 hours this time. Last year I didn't. But this year, I think I'm gonna. Getting excited for that. I'm really getting excited for the 13th Doll since it releases on Halloween, which means I'm gonna be playing it during Extra Life because I'm not gonna be able to play it on Halloween because it looks like we're trying to do a haunted house here. So we're gonna be setting up a haunted house around the back and then scaring the crap out of some kids.
Oh, good old Salem days. Nice.
Exactly, man. We haven't done one in so long, and my daughter looked at me and she said, "Can we do a haunted house?" And like literally, it was like that scene where the dude's looking and all the numbers are like going around him, and he's just like calculating all this crap. As soon as she said, "Do I want to do a haunted house?" that was happening. I was already figuring out different scenes in my head, what we could do, how many people we would need, what type of materials we would need, how many times I'm probably going to get arrested, all that stuff going through my head and just like all breaking its way out.
Oh, man. That 1 year, who was it, Corey, that had the chainsaw and whatnot?
Oh, yeah.
So, how many kids do you really get around your neighborhood? Because I've been to your house.
Yeah, we usually get anywhere from like 20 to 30, 20 to 35 groups.
Okay.
Yeah, the neighborhood is actually, so like where the neighborhood is, it goes over for about 5 or 6 streets towards the college. And then it goes the opposite direction past the stadium for like 4 streets that way. And then it goes 2 streets towards the boulevard. And then the opposite direction, once you go over the railroad tracks, you've got, I think, 5 or 6 streets that way. So the neighborhood is actually fairly big. And the parents just like drive the kids around to the different houses that have lights on.
Okay. I was going to say, like, here we could set up a big ass haunted house backyard here if you guys want to come up here, and we can hit all the rich houses around the.
Well, I was going to say, if you want to talk about that next year, we might be able to pull something. But this year we're going to do it around here only because it's going to be on a Thursday, I think. So it's going to be really hard to get out of work, get here, get everything set up. I mean, we'll probably be setting stuff up for days prior to get everything all set and squared away. But we've got a really, really a simple idea for a haunted house that's going to be pretty psychological terror. So, like, the little kids, it'll be scary for them, but they really won't get it. But any parents that go through are probably going to be looking at us going, "This is really fucked up, dude. Like, this is seriously fucked up." And we're going to be like, "Yep, it's really great, isn't it?"
You got a good lawyer, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Martin, Harding, and Lazzotti, the heavy hitters. Nameless plug. No, it's gonna be it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, but just like the Salem days when we had like where we would dig a hole in the front yard and bury somebody in it up to their waist, and then put like a stuffed pair of legs with a whole bunch of blood and sinew out, like they fell off the roof, got split into two. Man, that was a great one.
Well, shit, I think I might.
Yeah, dude, we're actually looking for volunteers to help out because we've got two different like scare techniques that we're going to use. If we've got enough people, we can do the second one, which is going to be really like the more psychological mind screw. But if we don't get enough, we've got we've got one that we can do. It will be more kind of in your face scary versus psychological scary, but it'll still be, good enough for around here. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting. Alrighty, next segment, news. News is where we just work our way down all the news feeds in the chats and see what the hell is going on. And I'm gonna be perfectly honest. All weekend long, I have been up to my eyeballs, and it was really like there was shit going on last week, so I didn't need a ton of information on this. However, let's see what we got. Oh, okay, first one in gamer news. Zyber, I love you, but man, there have been so many pictures and leaks about the PS5 design and all that other stuff. Until it comes out, man, I gotta say, man, it until it physically comes out, all this crap I'm just gonna say is BS because there's just
absolutely
so much.
That's the whole reason I posted it, because it's such BS, and it's like, okay, like they'd actually be that drastic with their design.
Yeah,
they've never gone that extreme.
Yeah, like literally, the design that they have here, it looks like a cable modem that somebody digitally edited stuff out of.
Absolutely.
But if you flip it around, it's a V, so it's the PS5.
Yeah, and if you stock two of them together, you can fuck it.
Exactly.
I mean, what the hell's that logo on there? Let's Go Digital? Is that this website we're on? What the hell is it? What's Let's Go Digital?
That can't be legit because didn't they just announce actual specs on it, and it's definitely going to have Blu-ray capability, and that does not look like I can put a disc in.
Oh, I mean, if you stick two of them together, you can slide your dick in there. Yeah, just oh man, just looking at that, I'm already saying that's horse crap.
It's got ribs and everything.
Yeah, I mean it does, and it's got little vents in there, so you can get you can get the skin caught in there.
Movie 43.
Oh man, that does hurt, doesn't it? Why do we put a fan there? Oh, that was a great movie though. Next article. This was posted by Squirrely Dan. Steam's 30% cut is actually industry standard. Yeah, I think we went over that once, didn't we?
Yeah, we've definitely gone over it. That is a very standard cut, and that's it. They weren't taking a larger cut from anybody. They just
yeah, and that's logical. So it was what was the breakdown here? Yeah, so GOG does 30%, Microsoft Store does 30%, Humble Bundle or Humble Store, it's 25%. It's 15% to Humble, 10% to charity, or back a store credit. So it all depends on how it works out there. Steam is 30%, 25% after 10 million earned, it's 25%. After 50 million earned, it's 20%. So the more you earn, the less it comes down. And when you break down to consoles, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo, all 30% right off the top. Mobile stores, 30% right off the top for both Apple and Google Play. Physical stores, 30%. Like, I don't get, like, and hey, this just goes to show you, I mean, Epic Store's at 12%. This just goes to show you the practices that Epic is doing to try to, like, muscle their way into that market. Anyway, before I get
I don't want to get caught on that.
Yeah, before I get bashing there, let's move on. So, Koh, you actually posted an article about ArchAge Unchained. Oh, I missed a game release?
Yeah, they're re-releasing the game.
No shit.
Yeah, and supposedly this time around, it's actually going to be not pay to win.
I never even heard of it.
No.
I heard, like, okay, so If this is the same ArchAge I was thinking of, this one was released back like 2015, or am I way off?
You're about right. Yeah, about 2015 or so.
Because I remember an ArchAge somewhere in that realm, and it looked good, but it was just one of those, I had no time to jump into it. I think I was actually jumping into Hellgate at the time, because I think Hellgate Global was starting to get some steam.
I think it had relaunched around that time, or a little earlier than that.
Yeah, it looks good. I mean...
Yeah, it's an older tab target MMO. The biggest thing, again, is that they're taking away the pay-to-win, supposedly, from this time around. And we'll see how it goes, because it's still owned by the same publisher. So it could go back down the rabbit hole of pay-to-win mechanics. I had previous members in the guild. I think it was Warrior Poets when I was in that game. And I had one member who was spending $5,000 a month. Yeah.
Holy crap.
To remain top 50 in the world on the North American servers. I guess top 50 in North America. So that means there's like 50 other players who are playing and spending more money or getting luckier than he was with his enhancements.
Like, that just is like, okay. Hey, people found a formula. Friggin' A, it works. More power to them. But these, like, Mobile Strike, I hear stories all the time of people spending thousands of dollars a month. Thousands of dollars a month to be, like, top tier in that game. And I mean, maybe I'm just way too friggin' old school, but what is the point? Like, what bragging rights do you get? That game is going to eventually be turned off, and you're going to be like, I was tier 2 player for Mobile Strike. Great. Who the fuck cares?
How much money did you spend?
Yeah, it's like, man, I guess I'm just not that competitive. Maybe that's got to be it.
That's the way I felt with games like Rage of Bahamut and shit like that. Like, these people, one of them we know, who would like spend hundreds upon hundreds of dollars for packs of cards that are digital, that like at any given time could eventually bottom out and say, hey, we're shutting our game down. See you later. Thanks for the fish.
Yeah, exactly. Like Pokemon, the trading card game, I can at least get behind that slightly because Pokemon's been around for a while. It doesn't really look like it's going away anytime soon. I mean, they're still having huge tournaments. People are still throwing a ton of money at it. I don't see it going away all that soon. So if I'm playing the Pokemon game on my tablet, I'm pretty sure it's going to be around for a while. If I throw them $2 or $3 because I'm buying a pack or they have some weird special going on, honestly, I'm probably just going to use my Google Rewards money on it anyway. So, but like throwing money at that, I could say, okay, I could rationalize that in my head. But these mobile games that literally come out every other week, it's like, what's the point other than, being the top player? I'd much rather say, hey, you know what? I made it into the top 100 and I didn't spend a dime on this, than saying, hey, I spent $15,000 this month and I'm number one. I mean, again, maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm not competitive enough.
Yeah, I'd rather be in a state of where I get one awesome card and I'm like player 50,000 than anything else. I mean, I get horrible digital pulls. Absolutely horrible digital pulls for any kind of boxes like that. So me getting one thing that everybody else is like, oh, this is awesome, I bought it, and I get it on some random pull, I consider that a win.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, RNG just loves you then.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why I stay away from the digital card collecting games. It's like, it's not, they have no monetary value. So like Hearthstone, I spent like, I think maybe $50 in the game for the card packs. I'm like, but this is not really worth it. Had they released a physical version of the game, I could see how collectability is a possibility because there is some sort of value within them, but there's not. And Hearthstone's going to be shut down, and and eventually, and all the money that those players are spending, it's going to be gone.
Yeah. So I had a buddy, and we'll just call him Todd, we were deployed to Iraq together, and he Puzzle Pirates. I've never even actually looked up the game, but when you're deployed, you're getting a shit ton of money, dollars a month, and it's pretty easy. Even as lower enlisted, if you're not spending the money like a retard, you come back with like 30 grand, and then you spend your money. All of us do. He spent all of his money while he was downrange on Puzzle Pirates for his clan to keep some territory and continuously do something. And we're talking like $3,000 a month, continuously plugging it every month. When he came back, he was completely fucking broke and couldn't do anything. And he got kicked out of his clan because he wasn't even the fucking leader of the clan when he came back. As soon as his money dried up, they kicked him out.
That's shitty.
Yeah, those are horrible people.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about it. And he fell for it hook, line, and sinker, man. And it just, fuck, I felt bad for him. We tried to tell him, hey dude, don't spend your money on that. He's like, no, these guys are my friends. I've known them forever. Like, dude, bro, it's a fucking video game. You don't need to be... $3,000 a month is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's absolutely friggin' nuts, dude.
Well, then again, I guess it's better than $3,000 a day coke habit.
Yeah, I guess. Well, yeah. I mean, that's something kind of accurate there. I mean, you could be spending your money on coke,
dude. At least coke, you get to have a lot of fun with real chicks because they're all fucking cokeheads to begin with. B, you get to lose a lot of weight because you're not doing anything except for doing a bunch of coke. And C, you're doing a bunch of fucking coke. It doesn't matter. You're going to die soon anyways. Just spend all your savings on it.
Well, I mean, you do bring up a good point there. I guess I can't argue that. Next article.
I mean, Charlie Sheen seems really happy.
Dude, he's got those, like, 2 wives and, like... Damn, if he didn't come out and say he had AIDS, I'd be like, oh, those chicks are pretty hot. But now they're like, no.
Well, the next article is, and unfortunately I didn't, it's having trouble loading, so. But it looks like it was a tweet between Sam Adams and Dogfish Head.
Yes, sir.
Looks like the head brewers or somebody were just chatting about different stuff in Brooklyn.
Yeah, they're having a little bit of a powwow. I thought it was something really cool. It was a video that they posted on Instagram. It was a really good watch. It was short, but it's like, this is what a beer company should be, kind of thing. Like, just the cooperation and the fact that they want to stick to their small roots in a big, like, forest of corporate trees, I guess. It was nice.
Didn't Sam, like, who bought out Dogfish Head?
It was a merger. It wasn't a buyout. Both parties, the head guys, have equal share in each company.
All right. But it was Sam Adams, though, right?
Yeah, I believe it was Sam Adams that approached Dogfish Head, but they're equal partners.
Interesting.
Equal partners, not. They got bought out.
I mean, that's how I read it, was that Sam Adams, being the bigger company, talked to him, made the thing, and pretty much, merger or money was exchanged, and Dogfish Head is now under Sam Adams.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Boston Beer to acquire Dogfish Head in a $300 million deal. They got bought by Sam Adams. They're not in a mutual thing.
Well, the next one was much more interesting. It's the, man, this is definitely, it screams out millennial to me. Because I see this Tide Pod full of Glenlivet, and I go, yep, I just see somebody sticking that in their face, and then just, not realizing that it's actually Tide in there. It's actually, they grabbed the wrong pod, and they're actually eating a Tide Pod. But,
like it'd be a waste?
Well, I mean, at least the Glenlivet would still be there. So when you're looking at a dead body foaming, you can be like, "Oh, hey, look at this Glenlivet," and shove it in your face. But yeah, it's an edible seaweed package. This one I thought was really interesting. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Again, maybe I'm just old school, and I really, really like having that bottle right there that you open up. You get that first whiff. But I mean, I guess this way you would always get your booze at the intended strength it's meant to be at. Because as soon as you open that bottle, you automatically start evaporating alcohol, and you're changing the taste and flavor.
I mean, I guess if you pop something in your mouth that instantly dissolves, I guess win-win.
No, I'm not doing it.
Do you think someone would OD on these things? Just popping too many Glenlivet pods?
Well, I think the logic is that you pop it in your mouth and it dissolves so that you get the flavor. It's not like you just take it like a pill and just throw it in your mouth and swallow it as quick as possible so you don't taste it. But I could see people trying to do that. In fact, I want to see now if I can do that because, man, if I could just shove like 4 or 5 of those down and get them knocked back, I could get alcohol poisoning pretty quick.
I could see someone shoving those up the rear.
Oh man, yeah, dude, I don't know about that. You'd have to be pretty broken in to get those things to fit without it bursting. I mean, maybe if you have one of those little spreader things, you shove in there and it kind of spreads open, you dump a couple in there. Man, could you imagine actually doing that? How drunk would you get? Because, like, if you take a health potion rectally, it does like it's twice as effective.
Speculum. They're called a speculum.
Oh, there you go, speculum. Yeah, but I mean, if you take a health potion rectally, you get twice the effect. So, I mean, same way with scotch. Of course, it probably tastes like shit. Bum. All right, that was lame. Oh man, that's all we have for alcohol news. I don't know. I don't know. Hold on, back to those Tide-Pods for a second. If somebody actually handed me one, I don't know if I would be insulted or if I would try it. I really don't know.
Really? I mean, I would try it if somebody gave me one. I would not go out and buy one.
Yeah, I don't think I would seek it out. Well, I say that. Maybe I would seek it out for the novelty to say that I tried it. But, I mean, I wouldn't spend money, money on it. I'd probably be like, all right, well, give me the sampler pack there and I'll just try it. Yeah, I don't know.
I wouldn't do it.
It seems super lame, but it's piqued my interest. I'm interested.
He just wants to boof it.
Yeah, I gotta get the speculum.
Oh god, dude. It's all kinds of... They have all of them in these little pods, and they are not...
Really? Where are you seeing... is there a link in here that I'm missing? I don't know. Well, post that link. I'll check. Oh, you already did. How much are they?
They're not telling you the price.
Yeah, like that dude... Okay, first off, in that picture with that dude holding the plate of them, somebody's got to turn down their HDR filter because that dude, his head looks completely wrong in that picture. I mean, second off, you got to not make them look like Tide Pods. Like that's your biggest problem right there. Make them look like little bottles.
Yeah, the fact that no one is talking about what the price is, but you have to go and order them from a very special... Yeah.
Dude, the guy nailed it on friggin' Twitter. He eats the whiskey pod, he eats the vodka pod, he eats the lager pod, he eats the cider pod, he eats the pod that reminds him of the good tide, he eats the pod that reminds him of the better tide. Oh my god, that's the best play on tub thumping I've ever read in my entire life.
Where's that at?
It's all the way down at the bottom. So, okay, so I know I'm not supposed to read the comments, but scroll down to the comments, man. It's friggin' great.
Hold on, we'll back up one more time. If you look at the one section under huge success, Dr. Philip Lee. Okay, once again, as a physician and a friend, please do not put these up your asses, people.
That's amazing. Oh my god, we were literally just talking about that. Oh, I love you, Dr. Philip Lee. I love you so much. Oh god. Oh man. All right. next article. Jeez, I want to piss my pants. Oh. All right. Where are we here? Never watched a single episode. No, that's not. AMD actually did it. Fuck. I got to get more time to read. Oh, were they making a laptop? Microsoft 15 inch. The fuck? Who posted this? Oh, Damok, you post this?
I don't know. What news are we in now?
We are in nerd news. It's about AMD doing it. Did it. Looks like a 15-inch Surface laptop for PC screen and power. AMD doesn't really do flagship devices. Yeah.
I didn't realize I posted that. I posted this like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to it yet.
So AMD is killing it right now. They are legitimately killing it as far as graphics cards and processors are going. New PS5 and the new Xbox Scorpion have been announced. They're the AMD graphics cards and processors. Microsoft has switched over to AMD processors to power their new Surface stuff. They're starting to do flagship. They are starting to get their APUs now to Google's considering all of that in their phones in Qualdragon or whatever the fuck they're called. Yeah, AMD's actually killing it right now. They're not as high end as like Nvidia with their graphics cards yet, but they're killing it and they're making money that they can dump into R&D.
Yeah, they're actually making Intel drop their prices, which Intel has refused to do for since the beginning of Ryzen. This is the first time now that Intel has to now start to match their products to AMD because they don't have anything else to put up against them. They're actually starting to make Intel panic.
Yeah, very, very, very interesting because Intel is starting to panic over they just had a botch like Intel did where it's like how not to go. I only got to watch half the video, but I read an article on it as well, and they botched the release of their new processors and they're cutting prices already, and AMD is taking more and more of the market. And you're looking at, when they say more and more, you're looking at 2-5% of the market. But at that point, you're talking tens of millions of dollars in sales. Not, oh, well, AMD made, $5 million. They're looking at closing in on over $100+ million over Intel.
Yeah, percent of the market is a lot, especially in the chip market.
Yeah, it's only growing, it's only a matter of time before Intel really just starts to really feel it. When you get like 10% sales and, eventually maybe 50% sales, we can see these insane prices from Intel. Because even though they just dropped the prices with the newest releases for their Intel chips, they're still really expensive. I mean, they're closer or more realistic in comparison to the AMD chips, but they're still pricey. So maybe we will see them in the future drop them even more.
Yeah, that's actually that leads into that video that you posted there, Damok, about Intel panic. Or yeah, I mean, AMD really is kicking it. I really think it started. I mean, I didn't watch the video, but I really think it started with the early Threadripper lines, because they really started building in architectures that were. I mean, granted, the Threadripper wasn't the fastest thing in the world, but dude, I love this chip. It has thrown everything I've tried to do at it, and it just keeps begging for more.
Yeah, I think Koh posted the video because I didn't see it until today, so I only got almost 2 hours or so. But yeah, I know you love your Threadripper, and Koh was not happy with his, but did you ever figure it out?
No, I don't have a Threadripper. I have the Ryzen 1800X, and no, there's no saving this CPU. I'm throwing this thing in the trash once I'm finished with it. Once I switch back over to Intel, yeah, I'm going to spend the premium because the AMD performance, I'm going to min-max. I'm going to get the price per performance. It's going to be expensive, I know, but I don't like AMD. Like, it just doesn't work for me.
No, I mean, that's logical. I mean, I don't knock you for it. I actually think both companies have their positives and negatives. I mean,
in terms of multitasking, it works, but so did my 4-core Intel, my 6700K. And I think my 6700K does better than my 8-core, 16 multi-threaded 1800X. And that's not good enough. I think I went down a grade in terms of performance versus going up a level.
Should have got a Threadripper.
Well, I mean, the one thing I can say about the Threadripper is that, like, for video games and stuff like that, it doesn't. I don't think that the Threadripper performs top notch compared to a lot of Intel chips. Like when I say performance, I mean a single task performance. Where I think the Threadripper and the AMD chips shine, at least in my opinion, is being able to do multiple things simultaneously without significant degradation. Like one thing that I found in almost every one of my Intel's chips that I used is that like one thing would work fantastic. If I ran a second thing, everything dropped down. If I get to a third thing going on, it dropped down even farther. And it was a quick drop off, in my opinion, of all the Intel chips that I used. Now, granted, they were older Intel chips, so I'm not talking about the newer ones. The newer ones, I'm assuming just by seeing the benchmarks, are fantastic. But that's the one thing that I noticed about this Threadripper that impressed me, was I can have Google open, I can have a game open, I can have OBS going while streaming, and I may have seen a 2 or 3 frame per second, hit in the game I'm playing.
I get about 20% drop with my Intel, which is Coffee Lake i5.
Yeah, see, I haven't done any benchmarks to be able to give any numbers that I could say would be reliable. So, I mean, I could give you numbers I pull out of my ass. I've had like a 5% drop, but I mean, I have no numbers to back that up whatsoever.
Yeah, I think it's called iCPU or something like that. Yeah, it ran diagnostic and gave me my perfect specs, I guess you could say, like what I should run it at and not exceed if I want to achieve a stable gaming experience.
Now, I have Koh's 6700K now, and I've got 2 separate windows for Chrome open with about 20 tabs each. I have several applications open. I alt-tab out of video games without any issue with it. My issue now is RAM. 16 gigs is just not enough anymore.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It's holding up. I need gigs.
Yeah, I've got 48 gigs in this machine because it needed it. It was a desperate need. I had 16 to begin with, and I mean, the bottleneck was definitely not the CPU. The CPU was just like, give me more.
Yeah, this came with 16, and I bumped it up to 24.
But on the flip side, to be perfectly honest, even with 48 gigs of RAM in this thing, this CPU is still begging for me to do more with it. Like, I can have so much shit running simultaneously, and I just don't see a hiccup. Where when I had, like my laptop I had, which was a newer age Intel, if I had 2 things going simultaneously, it would freak out. Like having Audacity and Discord going simultaneously, it would freak out. Whereas right now I've got a Skype recorder going, Audacity, Steam, what else do I have here? Google Chrome, well, Discord, of course. What the hell is this? Oh, I've got a game going. Let me turn this off. Whoops. Yeah, I also had a game going. Oh, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, coming from, the 6700K, like Damok has, multi-threading and I guess multitasking in that it was phenomenal. I think that card was like $250, maybe $300 at the time. I don't remember. And the board was about $200. But with my Intel, my performance in a single application was much higher than what I'm getting at my AMD Ryzen. When I multitask, it dropped down. But with my AMD Ryzen, I feel like I'm already at the lower level, and when I'm adding more stuff to it, it just goes all, just significantly lower in performance. And I'm trying to grasp at straws at this point and trying to figure out, what is going on with this Ryzen. It's supposed to be really good at multitasking, and it's not. So I'm thinking, okay, the last thing I can think of at this point is the RAM is not as compatible with this chip than I thought it was. And So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go for some 3,000 plus megahertz, 16 to 32 gigabit or gigabyte RAM sticks, and see if that is the thing that's really holding me back. Because there's just nothing else in my CPU or my PC that should be holding me back at this point.
I got to admit, I did go with the fastest RAM that this chip would support.
Well, I'm not going to say the fastest that it supports, because I'm not going to spend $600 to $700 on 4,000 megahertz.
Oh no, I completely understand,
sticks.
but that might be the difference between why I'm loving my chip and you're not. I did, when I was putting this whole thing together, I definitely said, well, I want to get the fastest RAM I can, because I know my chip is only rated to go up to 4 gigahertz. And I'm going to be, that's going to hold me back on especially single tasks when I'm trying to do like a single game or something like that. I know that was going to hold me back. So I was trying to compensate as much as I could with getting as fast of RAM I could.
So maybe nudge, nudge, wink, wink. We go to the Micro Center sometime.
Hey, dude, the back brakes are locking up in the Impala. I got a second death trap. We can go drive that and fit more people in even.
Sounds good.
Oh, shit. We got to go, man. I need RAM. I legitimately need to go to 32.
Let's do it. I love it. Let's do it. Let's do it tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I could use a extra stick of RAM.
Dude, don't start with me. I swear to fucking God. I got your box. It's just still being built.
No, PC RAM, not laptop RAM.
Oh, I thought you were talking about sex. I'm sorry. I was way off the mark.
Oh, no. That's later, buddy.
Oh,
that's
good.
later.
Oh, good. I thought I was getting to...
Give you a nice old toss in a snowbank.
Next article, since we're going completely off the wall here. Did you guys see that Wendy's came out with a friggin' RPG?
I think every head just nodded yes, and no one wants to admit they downloaded it and read it like I did.
Dude, I totally did. It's actually pretty well put together, and the artwork in it is pretty good. Like, they had to have commissioned the people who did the artwork for Pathfinder and shit, because it looks good.
It does, and I want to play it, and I run it through a couple people, and the responses I've gotten have been, fuck no, that seems awful. And I'm like, you guys gotta take a look at it. You're the only person so far that has been like, this is relatively interesting. But it's been reviewed by like top review sites for D&D, and they're like, guys, you really should sit and play this game. Yeah, they simplified it a bit, but it's still really good.
Yeah, I actually, I'm stoked, because I really want to play it, and I'm hoping that, as we get farther into this campaign that we're playing in the Misadventure League, that I'll be able to convince everybody, hey, let's just take a night or a night or two and just, run through this Wendy's campaign quick, I think, looking at it, it doesn't look like it's really meant to go for like an extended campaign. It looks like it's a 1-2 session, like max 2 session.
It's level 1 to 5, I believe.
That's a pretty long session. That's a pretty long campaign. Just 1 to 5.
No, it all depends on how their level progression is, because, I mean, like, our level progression, we've done, like, 3 sessions, and we finally just got, like, to level 2. But that's because people have been really exploring and running a lot. Running for their lives. They almost died. Like, twice. One person did die. It was horrid. No, but I'm stoked. I'm totally interested in this Feast of Legends. It looks good. I want to play it. Just like I want to play the Stranger Things campaign.
The Stranger Things campaign, I'd be interested in. I'm less interested in Stranger Things Legends. Feast of Legends seems like we could screw around and have a really good time. The Stranger Things campaign, I feel, is going to be a bit more strict and exceedingly railroaded.
So did you guys see this one about the paralyzed man who walks with a brain-controlled exoskeleton?
I thought that was a really cool thing, and I had to share it.
Dude, that is totally... you remember X-Men Fatal Attraction? Where
Yes.
Xavier goes up to Metroid M and he's got that whole suit on that's literally controlled by a psionic, like his psionic abilities. That's immediately what I thought of.
Yeah. I also thought of like a lot of the stuff that Forge would do back in the day. and just like a bunch of sci-fi films, and that we can actually do something like this is pretty damn amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty bitchin'. Did either one of you guys get to read this or check it out?
I didn't. No, it looked cool from the quick glimpse that I.
It looks pretty boss. Well, next article was actually this is actually kind of disappointing. So I didn't even know this until who posted this? Was this you, Kyle? No, this was Damok. I didn't even know about this until you posted about it. So it looks like it happened. During the filming of Deadpool 2, there was an accident where one of the stunt people died in a motorcycle accident, and I didn't even know that happened. First off, so like that sucks right off the bat. But the second thing is that they actually, I guess, they ruled that the production company had violated a bunch of safety regulations, and I guess
Canadian safety at that.
Wait a minute, Canadians have safety regulations?
That's what I was saying.
I didn't think that was a thing. I mean, obviously they do, since, they're doing that.
Yeah, it was an absolute surprise to me. I was just scrolling through, seeing what was coming up, and it was like, hey, Deadpool 2, they figured out the fatal motorcycle stunt crash, and I was like, there was a fatal motorcycle stunt in Deadpool 2? What the fuck? First time I've ever hearing about this. But yeah, if you read the article, they really fucked up, and they really violated, like, simple safety things. They instructed her not to wear a helmet, period, that she wasn't allowed to. They weren't even going to CGI shit. And then they didn't do the barricades properly, so she fucking ate it bad.
Damn. Yeah, man. I don't know what the hell that means for any future Deadpool movies, but that blows.
Ryan. I just imagine they'd be under more scrutiny this time around once they release the next one. They're not going to not release it.
This reminds me, like, so much. Like, as soon as I actually started reading this, it immediately made me think of Brandon Lee and the Crow. Because there were some really simple safety checks that they could have done that would have resulted in a non-accident. But they just didn't. And shit went south.
All I gotta say is, well, Paul Walker had his accident outside of the movie, but during a shooting, and they're still making Fast and Furious movies, so...
Yeah, but Paul Walker...
With Paul Walker still in it.
Yeah, but Paul Walker, he died... He didn't die during filming. Like, they may have been shooting a movie, but he didn't die during filming. Both, like, this person, like Brandon Lee, died during filming.
Yeah, Paul Walker died driving 120 miles an hour crashing into something.
All right, well, if you're going to go with The Crow, just look what happened with the movies that followed that one.
Oh, yeah, those were fucking dumpster fires. I mean, Salvation was, like, okay, because it kind of branched off in its own direction, while...
The Furlong film sucked.
Oh, God, that was Wicked Prayer? Jesus Christ. Yeah, that film was terrible. So, like, the second Crow movie, they tried to be too much like the first Crow movie. And I think that just really killed it. Especially with the actor not being, like, he had such a thick French accent that it just wasn't believable. He didn't talk enough. He didn't have enough of a character. And then the third movie in Salvations, as I said, they kind of went their own direction, which made it okay. But it really wasn't great. And then Wicked Prayer, my God, that was... Oh. It was really bad. Well, it sucked because I really liked that actor.
Don't forget the TV show.
So, yeah, I give the TV show at least some props because, again, they kind of took the story and they started going their own direction. It was a dumpster fire, but they at least tried. They tried to stretch it out to make it a movie of like, hey, well, what happened to Brandon Lee, or what happened to Eric Draven after all this happened? Well, in the comic books, it just kind of ethereal went off and that was it. Or in the movies too, he just kind of like disappeared. This, at least they tried to explain, oh, well, yeah, he didn't really disappear. He just, retired to Ohio.
Well, you guys have seen the
Negative.
Yeah, Damok distributing our news. What's going on?
Yeah, I know, dude. I've been super fucking busy at work, but Ryan Reynolds visits Marvel and fans, and they're talking about Deadpool joining the MCU officially and retconning a whole bunch of stuff. And there's the article posted.
Damn it. Well, we're going to have to post that and read that next time around because that totally looks interesting. Yep. Anywho, that was the last bit of news that we had. So, on that note, Zyber, where can people find you at?
You can find me trolling the G.N.A podcast on Twitter and in the Discord, as well as on Facebook. You can also find me on my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Zyber Games or at Zyberblood. That's ZYBRBLOOD.
Also, check him out on his Twitch and Mixer feeds because he's been doing painting lately, and he's been doing a really awesome job. It's really cool. Go check him out. What are you doing, Tuesdays or Thursdays? What do you record?
Stainsby and I are looking into doing a different day because he doesn't want to interfere with the show. So we're hashing out a new time. So maybe a Monday, maybe a weekend. Not sure yet.
Well, dude, definitely let us know. Keep us apprised of that because we definitely want to pimp that out. I want to make sure people know of that because that's pretty cool. I mean, painting it's one of those things that I love to do. I'm not great at it. I love to do it though. So I dig watching people doing it too. So, Koh, where can people find you at, man?
You can find me exclusively here at the G.N.A podcast Discord.
Very cool. What about you, Damok? Where can people find you at?
I troll the Discord
And I'm Cecil Xavier, your host. You can find me on Cecil vs. Games on Twitter. You can find me Cecil Xavier everywhere else. Twitch, Mixer, Ustream, Facebook, Discords. I'm all over the place. If I'm not someplace, let me know. I'll check out there. We hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe on your favorite podcast app. Reviews help people find the show. So if you enjoy listening to us, let other people know. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play Music, Podcast Addict, Stitcher, Player FM, Spreaker, MyTuner, Your Listen, Spotify, iHeartRadio, anywhere else you could possibly think of. If we're not someplace, let us know. We'll upload there. You can follow us on Twitter or Facebook. Just search at G.N.A Podcast, all one word. You can also join the Discord chat. Just see those pinned tweets or pinned messages. Every first Saturday of the month, we do a game show night. We play some Jackbox games, give away some free Steam codes. That's at www.mixer.com/G.N.A podcast. And if you join us next time around, the next one that we have, we will be giving away, what the fuck is it? My brain just melted. Well, we'll be giving away the 13th Doll, the game that's just coming out on October 31st. So join us on that. We'll be giving away a few of those. They were really kind. They gave us some Steam keys to give away. We're super excited about the game, so hopefully you are too. We also do a horror movie night every second Saturday of the month. That's hosted by Zyber Blood. Last time around, we did a couple of classics. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it. And dude, I'm so sorry. I wanted to make it because I wanted to watch those movies, but just happened to be the wife's birthday. And,
No, man. It's all good.
She trumps there.
It's all good. It was sad. It was the first time that no one ever showed up. First time ever. I was a little heartbroken.
I forgot.
I've had a couple of game show nights like that. You get over it. It happens sometimes, and you just go, well, whatevs. You still watch some good movies and enjoyed yourself.
Yeah.
We have partnered with Humble Bundle. Hey, Koh, you know anything about Humble Bundle?
I know that Humble Bundle is a game purchasing service that we, G.N.A, are partnered with. You can purchase games like you normally would, but with a twist. Choose what part goes towards the publisher, towards Humble Bundle, or towards the charity. You can give it all to charity if you want, or none of it. It's your call. Throw that question mark partner equals G.N.A podcast at the end of your Humble Bundle link before you buy to let them know that we had sent you that way. So far this month, we had raised $45.58 for charity through our partnership with Humble Bundle.
Which is pretty cool. Definitely kicking September's ass. So we're hoping to keep that up and running. And don't forget, next month, we are going to be doing our Extra Life 24-hour stream. So join us in on all the G.N.A podcast, the streaming services, Twitch, Mixer, YouTube. Join us there. We even broadcast on, I think, Facebook and Twitter. Join us there. Donate some money to Extra Life. It's going to be a great time. We're going to
So
play some games.
hold on a second. So you bought the Steam or the RO bundle? Because RO is pay now to stream out more than 2 applications.
I think so, because worked last time. So we'll have to double check that.
Right. I can't do it anymore. It asks me to buy.
Oh, well, we'll have to check that out to make sure. Anyways, do you like anime? Because we like anime. Check us out every Wednesday at 19:30 Eastern Standard Time for Anime Night, hosted by Blue Shark. And I forgot the anime because didn't we finish that anime that we were just on with the guy that was trying to figure out who left him panties and a note?
I think we got a couple more episodes left. Almost done.
All right. Well, we still got that one then. We want to thank Morgan BS Photography for our artwork and logo. Check him out at morganbs.com. You can email us at GNApodcast@GNAinyourdNA.1 with questions, comments, death threats. We don't care. We'd love to hear from you. Last but not least, check out our website at
The 13th doll actually looks pretty fucking awesome, and in that little trailer with the clip that I'm watching the video, I don't know who she is, but I'm already in love. Let's figure this out. Buy the fucking game and tell me who she is. .com or GNApodcast.com. Fuck you guys.
Thank you again, Damok. Thank you guys for joining me tonight.
Oh man,
Absolutely, brother.
have fun.
Bye. Have a good night.
Code Bungie like Tab and Mountain Dew.